Oh, there was somebody there. No public today. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, all members. I call to order the August 5th, 2026 Committee on Administrative Finance and Law and Public Services public hearing and regular meeting. The time is now 6:34. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Roy Centeno.
Present.
Alderwoman Yadira Maldonado. Here. Alderwoman Luz Ortiz Luna.
Here.
Alderman John McNamara.
Here.
Alderman Francisco Santiago.
Excused.
Alderman Alberto Barrero.
Present.
Alderwoman Dottie Delernia. Here. Alderman Jason Gibson. Alderman Robert Smedley. Alternate Alderwoman Candace Scott.
Here.
Seven present, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, will the clerk please read the motion, the record notice of the public hearing?
Mr. Chairman,
Alderwoman Luna.
I make a motion to waive the reading of the legal notice.
Second.
Others, motion to waive reading made by Alderwoman Luna, sponsored, second by Alderman Alberto Borrero. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. This time, public hearing. The public hearing has been duly noticed. We all know. We are now begin the public hearing. Please remember that to state your name and address for the record and limit your speaking time to 3 minutes. And for the record, I see no one in the public. Do we have any calls? No callers. This time, public hearing is, I'm sorry? Oh, I'm sorry?
Name the item.
Oh, the public hearing. The item for the public hearing is, thank you, Madam Clerk, are 37190. Corporation Counsel, Treasurer, and Register of Voters shall receive an increase of $1. The clerk of committee salaries be set at $30,000 per year, and the position, duties, and hours be expanded to warrant the increase in salary. And that's the only item we have on the agenda.
Just for the record, I
Yes.
believe there was an amendment at the June 10th meeting so that the Corporation Counsel and Treasurer were removed. So as it stands in front of you, the motion is for the Registrar of Voters to receive a increase of $1 and the Clerk of Committees as you stated.
Thank you. Do we have to vote on that amendment?
It was already voted on.
Thank you. So meeting, the item of the agenda is item number 1, 37190. Corporation Counsel, Treasurer, and Register of Voters shall receive an increase of $1. The Clerk of Committee's salary be set at $30,000 per year, and the position of duties and hours be expanded to warrant the increase in salary. May I have a motion?
I think we need to close the public hearing before we move on.
Thank you so much. The public hearing is closed at 6:38.
Point of information.
Alderman McNamara.
Okay. As noted by the Corporation Counsel, the June 10th meeting of the full council amended the resolution now before us. She can correct me to exclude corp counsel and treasurer from that first line item in the resolution. So we are acting on the amended resolution, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. So that, it simply reads, now, it just calls for an increase of $1 for the registrars of voters without any other offices mentioned.
That's correct. That's in the first bullet, and then you had the second bullet as well, which is a different bullet, obviously, but.
So, I'd like to put this on the floor, if possible, that
Do you need a motion?
I make a motion, I make a motion to approve the resolution as amended on June 10th. A second, for the purposes of discussion.
Motion to approve the item as noted on June 10th, as presented on June 10th, and second by Woman Luna.
Just as a clarification, just to approve, not refer back.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're in committee, I'm sorry, to refer it back to the full common council.
Thank you.
So could you just restate your full motion?
Okay, I might make a motion to refer the amended resolution on compensation to the council with a neutral recommendation.
The item was made a motion by Alderman McNamara to refer back to the Common Council with a neutral recommendation. Second by Alderwoman Luna. All in favor?
I
Oh,
need a
I'm sorry.
discussion, Mr. Chair.
Any discussion? I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, I think the Corp Council and maybe Ms. Goldsberry, our acting finance, is here to answer any of your questions with regard to either the budgetary impact of the clerk of committees, and also, could I just ask Attorney Prikorsky to comment on this compensation ordinance that was changed in the recent past to give an option for officials to be in line with the 1186 contract for city employees in terms of cost of living increases. That's in the ordinance. Now, if you could, Attorney Prikorsky, just to show you the options for the Compensation Committee.
Good evening. So 2-338 of the Code of Ordinances sets forth, the first part of it sets forth this procedure, where the Compensation Committee is established, makes a recommendation back to the council, who refers it to Administration, Finance, and Law, where we are right now. And then Administration, Finance, and Law can make a recommendation back to the council. And if the council were to approve that recommendation, according to 2-338, the effective date, according to the ordinance, the effective date of any adjustments for those people who have 2-year terms would be the Tuesday following the mayoral election in each odd number year. For the registrar of voters on the first day of the commencement of the term of office. And then there's also sections that state effective the Tuesday following mayoral elections of November 2023 and each applicable year thereafter, if and only if there's no salary modification by resolution adopted by a majority vote of the Common Council following the process set forth in subsections 1, 2, and 3. The Corporation Council shall receive the same general wage increase as members of Local 1186 for the same fiscal year. So in other words, if you do not recommend an increase for the Corporation Council's position through this process, then according to this ordinance, effective November of this year, Corporation Council will receive the same general wage increase as members of 1186 that they received in the same fiscal year. And then there's also a section relevant to the Registrar of Voters that states effective January 6, 2022, and each applicable year thereafter, if there is no salary modification recommended through this process, then the Registrar of Voters would receive the same general wage increase that was received by members of Local 1186 as well. So again, if you do not recommend a salary modification for the Registrar of Voters, then they would receive the same general wage increase that 1186 received in July of this year.
Yeah, thanks for that good clarification.
Alderwoman Delarny.
So we recommended $1 for the registrars. So do they just get $1 then?
So if it's passed, according to the ordinance, that dollar would not become effective until the commencement of their next term. So then they wouldn't be getting a general wage increase this year. And you'll have to forgive me, I forget when their term is up. But they would not be getting a general wage increase until their next term begins.
And it's the same for the Corporation Council.
Correct. Well, Corporation Council is a 2-year, so obviously Corp Council's next year. So if you.
That'd be 20, point of amendment, that'd be, if I, through you, Mr. 2028.
Yes.
Odd number,
2029.
2027, right?
27.
2027.
But for
So
the
if you didn't for the, I'm sorry, for Corp Council,
Right.
if you didn't approve a salary modification, then this November, the Corporation Councils would receive the same general wage increase that 1186 got this year. And then next November, the same would happen. If you did approve a general wage increase for Corp Council for this year, then that's what the raise that the position would receive.
So this applies to this year, though.
Well, according to the ordinance, whatever you vote on becomes effective for the next term. You can change that in your resolution.
So if our intent was to not provide a raise to Corp Council, Treasurer, or Registrar, we should have left that $1 in there.
Correct. And you should make it effective prior to the commencement of their next term. Do you know what I'm saying?
So it'd be this term.
Correct. So you would have to say $1 for Corporation Council for this year, this November, 2026, until their next compensation committee meets again. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So this ordinance was changed to sort of build in these raises in case no raise was given through this process, and it's a little bit confusing.
When was this ordinance done?
I want to say it was changed in 2021 was the last one. I'd have to take a look at it, but it seems like according to the notes, it says the last time it was changed was January 15th of 2021, but I could be wrong on that. I could check.
So when our registrars came and spoke to us about requesting an increase, were they aware that they would be getting a general wage increase?
They were aware of the language, yes.
So even though Corp Council and Treasurer did not ask for an increase, you were also aware that you would be getting a general wage increase?
Yes. And that language applies to the mayor's position as well. That's subsection 8 of 2-338.
So the mayor will also be getting a general wage increase?
If you got correct, according
Really?
to the ordinance, if no salary modification is recommended through this process.
So for even appointed positions, or elected positions, I
Elected
should say.
positions, correct, yes.
They get an increase.
Because that language was added again last time. So previously, you didn't have the language where if you did not, basically prior to those changes, whatever compensation committee ruled or the common council finally ruled, that would be the end of it. But then it was changed to add this language to sort of have these automatic increases if no salary modification was awarded through this process.
So do these increases show up in the current budget?
I think that Amy could answer that, but I believe that they probably budget on the safe side because there is that language in this ordinance. So they probably just want to make sure that it's in there just in case.
So if we want, we could amend this again to put that dollar back in
Correct.
for
Yes.
treasurer, corp counsel. But we don't have mayor here.
No, you do not.
And why was mayor not on here?
I wasn't at the compensation committee meetings, I think probably because,
Yeah.
you know, the mayor's office didn't, corp
They-
counsel and the mayor's office didn't request any increases. So I think that's probably what the driving force was. But forgetting that these other sections were added to this ordinance that sort of has built-in raises in case there's no salary modification through this process. And I don't see, treasurer's not mentioned in an automatic increase in this language. So the only ones was town clerk, which is no longer elected, so that doesn't apply any longer. And tax collector, that doesn't apply any longer. So it's corp counsel, and then it's the registrars and the mayor.
I would prefer to go back and put that dollar in. I mean, it seems, you know, why do we want to give these raises this term?
And again, if you, saying $1, you just want to, if your intent is that you don't want them to have a raise this
Correct.
year, you're going to say $1 this year, next year, until the next compensation committee, just so it's clear.
And is it Amy?
Yes, Amy's over here.
So can you explain that this additional increase is already included in the budget?
So the additional increase is included in the budget for the registrars of voters.
Wha-
Oh, go ahead.
Even though we said they were just going to get $1.
So because we did the budget so long ago, I mean, we do it in January, so this was before any compensation committee met. So we just always err on the side of caution and we put the raise in the budget, just in case they were going to get the 1186 raise. So we want to make sure that we're budgeted for that.
All right, so how much is that if we just said we were going to do the $1?
If we were going to do the $1,
Yeah.
it'd be $1.
What are we saving
Oh,
out of the budget?
we're saving about $1,800
Okay.
each.
And that would be the same for corp counsel, treasurer, and mayor.
So we didn't put an increase for the mayor or the treasurer.
But they're going to get it. They're going to get it.
Point.
They're going to get an increase.
Well, point of information, I don't think the treasurer's included,
Not the treasurer.
not the treasurer. And of course, the council is the other elected body that did not ask for an increase and would probably not be part of that 1186. Correct. It would not be part of the 1186, yeah. So pinch your pennies.
The corporation council, though, and the mayor will get an increase.
If we do,
That's how
well,
I understand it.
You can make an amendment, and at the end of the day, I think this will be ratified, but it won't be ratified till the council till September, according to my calendar, right? So we could make an amendment, we could pass it as is, and it'll come back to the council as presently stated. Or we learned because of that recent change in the compensation ordinance, where I think the intent of that 1186 tie-in was to put some regularity in it so that we wouldn't have the registrars coming and saying, well, give us $10,000 more, which is what they asked for.
No, and I get it, but first of all, I wish I was more aware of it during the compensation meeting, but it just seems like, the mayor is new into the office. Well, Corp Council is different. What was the other one? No, they're no longer elected. It just seems, I think it looks bad to taxpayers to have us already giving a raise, how minor it might be. How much is that for the mayor offhand?
Mr. Chairman, just a point.
Alderman McNamara.
Just a point of information. I think, I can't speak for the mayor, but I think his intention is not to accept a raise at all.
Which very well can be, and that was my understanding too, but they're saying it's going to be automatic.
I believe with the 2021 provision, that's correct.
Just so, you guys can also amend this ordinance.
Yeah.
To remove those sections. That's obviously not part of this process.
Right.
But if you don't want those automatic increases, you can amend that ordinance to remove those sections.
His raise is about $3,000.
Okay. So we're looking so far $5,000. I know it's minimal. It's still, it's the face of it and how it looks. So I would like to go back and amend this and add that dollar for Corp Council treasurers and include mayor's office. And it's true, the mayor, I think his intention was not to take a raise, but according to what I'm hearing, he will get one anyway. And I don't think that's what we want to see the taxpayers absorb in such a short amount of time that he's been in office.
All right, Mr. Chairman, Alderman Scott, let me yield to him.
Alderwoman Scott.
So for the mayor, it wouldn't happen until next term, right? As well, right?
No, because according to subsection 7, 8, it says effective the Tuesday following the mayoral election of November 2023, and each applicable year thereafter, if and only if there is no salary modification by a resolution adopted by a majority vote of the council following the process set forth in subsections 1, 2, and 3, the mayor shall receive a 1.5% cost of living increase. And then it just says, in no event shall the mayor receive more than one salary increase per year. So, as I previously stated, Corp Council and the mayor both said they didn't want raises. But, if you just want to make sure, then you could amend the resolution.
Any further questions?
I just have with Ms. Goldsberry here on the second part of the resolution to add hours and compensation to the clerk of committees, which is now at $11,000 and really provides meeting coverage and so forth, is to make it 50% FTE. I believe that $30,000 amount is in the budgeted, council-approved budget for this fiscal year.
That's correct.
That's correct. So it's not adding any expenses to what we propose in the budget.
No. Oh, and the mayor's increase, I didn't realize it was 1.5%, so that would only be about $1,700 and not the $3,000.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to confirm that in
Yes.
terms of the second, because on that resolution, I think as a council, we have to be concerned about getting more staff support and more resources to represent our constituents. And again, the last 2-3 budget cycles, I've done comparisons with comparable cities in terms of what resources are available to the council, and I think we have a ways to go to give ourselves more staff support. So that's why that clerk of committees line item or change is in there. And I don't think, I think we can move forward with that. Just the issue is now who to include in the $1 or revert to 1186.
I agree with that, but I also have, I don't agree with the, I was the one to vote against the increase for the clerk of committees. We still don't have a job description. We have no idea what it's 175% increase from 11,000 to 30,000, regardless of what other cities are doing. To have such a big jump like that and not have a description of what those job duties are. I mean, that's not how you go about, if you were to put out a job application, you have your duties listed right there. You know what you're applying for, you know what the pay is. We have no idea what this is. And, again, I am strongly against that, but because the majority prevails, I would still like to have an amendment where we can amend this to add $1 for corp counsel, treasurer, and registrar, as well as the mayor's office.
I just think the ordinance speaks to the role and responsibility of the clerk committees.
But again,
My recollection.
the mayor has only been in office a few months, and to have the taxpayers, I just think it's a poor showing. And I don't see why, again, if the departments mentioned here, including the mayor, have said they didn't want a raise, so I think we ought to follow their intent. And in order to do that, we need to amend it to add the $1.
Any other questions, discussion? So would you like, Alderwoman Noonan?
I just wanted to touch up on the clerks of committee, so, I'm not so great in math, but, I mean, if we're increasing it to 30,000, I think first we have to approve the 30,000 so that we can kind of figure out the schedule, because even somebody working at minimum wage, 40 hours, that's a little bit less than 36,000. This person's gonna be getting 30,000. So obviously it's a part-time position, and also it's to kind of take a little bit of some of the tasks and responsibilities from the administrator from the council to this person to kind of offset, to kind of help. So I'm okay with increasing it to 30,000. And again, the person that was, I don't know if you know, I forgot, but how much was the person that was in that position as the administrator to the council? How much were they making before, roughly?
Before this budget or in this budget?
This budget.
60,000.
Okay, so last budget.
Oh, last budget?
Yeah. Over
Over 100.
100,000. Okay. So even though we are giving the raise, we're still saving money.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
But that was, that
Alderwoman Delarnica.
that amount was taken into consideration years here, because my understanding is she was part of the union, is that correct? Yeah.
That's correct.
So-
Correct, which the new person is at $60,000. So they're making $40,000, $50,000 less than the person that was previously there.
Yes.
Just one more point of information, if I could. and then-
Alderman McNamara.
Yeah, in the ordinances, the clerk of committees' duties and functions are fully delineated in terms of their job responsibilities and functions. And that could be adapted to a job description, but it's written into the ordinance. And with the volume of business we have, and again, as I mentioned, if you look at the resources of comparable councils, smaller cities, even-sized cities, the council is at a disadvantage right now and needs that staff support But respecting your wanting clarity on what the job entails, I can send that to you in what's in the ordinance now.
We should have seen that already before we even voted on this, what those duties are. I would like to see that, yes.
Okay.
Alderman McNamara?
I'm going to send that to you without compensation. Actually, Alderwoman.
And I do want to know, the clerk of committees is not here tonight and hasn't been for the last couple of meetings, so.
Well, as far as he did have,
That's something personal,
Medical
I'm sorry,
per- yeah,
through you, Mr.
personal,
Chair.
yeah.
That's something very personal, and we're not voting on the person. He jumped in to help out because we were in desperate need. So he's there temporarily. We'll see what happens after if we hire someone else, but we're not voting on the person that's in that position right now. We're voting on just the position being increased to $30,000.
So this is new to me. It's meant to be temporary and be filled again by somebody else?
By a person. I did not say by somebody else.
No,
He
but
jumped
you
in-
said it's temporary, though.
Yep, but he jumped in.
He jumped in to
He
help.
jumped in to help, yes. And just like we have some aldermans that get paid, we don't get paid much, but they miss meetings too, and nobody has brought that up. But anyways, we're not discussing the person, we're discussing the position. Thank you.
so going back to the, any other further questions on the Alderwoman Scott?
I'm in full support of raising the position. The council needs support. If you visit other towns, and I've been to other towns to their meetings, they have a lot more support and staff helping them and helping out the process, and that really helps the public as well. It helps the constituents that we're working with to have that support, so we really need it, and we're actually getting more, but we're spending less. So this is like a no-brainer, I think. So I think that we need to just move forward with this so that that staff person will be assisting the other person, as I understand. So whatever responsibilities she has, or the person that we have right now is in that position, this position will help support that position as a part-time person. And we need that in case that person is out sick, or that person's not available, or someone needs to go on vacation. We'll always have a staff, and I've been on this council, this is my second term, and I've seen us not have anyone in that position. And I think it'll be really great to have two people, so we'll have a backup plan of someone to be here to assist with the meetings, make sure we have our notes, all of that stuff. So I'm in support of this.
Alderwoman Delarnia?
Alderman McNamara, so along with the job duties and description that you intend to send, can you share that with all of us, as well as our current council clerks' job duties as well?
Right, I'll send you both.
Thank you.
So, kind of, the, Alderman McNamara, can you,
Well,
where was I? Where were we? I think we were on the,
did Alderwoman Delarnia want to make an amendment to the
Yes.
amended resolution?
Yes.
so, Alderwoman Delarnia, you want to, amendment?
I'd like to amend the resolution, item number 37190, to include $1 each for Corporation Counsel, Treasurer, the Mayor, as well as Registrar of Voters.
So the amendment on the floor is that include a $1 increase for the Corporation Council. I'm sorry?
Needs
Oh,
a
I'm sorry,
second.
a second, I'm sorry. A second for the amendment?
I'll second it for purposes of discussion.
Second by Alderman McNamara. All in favor?
Discussion.
Or the discussion, can we just, all in favor of the amendment?
Oh,
Again, I appreciate, we have two separate tracks going on with compensation because of the change in the compensation ordinance itself. So the Corp Council has clarified that if we do not act, then 1186 takes effect for those offices identified, which is 2K, a COLA, cost of living.
Cost of living.
Cost of living. And I think this was done 4 years ago, I think with, again, the good intentions for regularity, but it also, in my view, weakened the powers of the council to study and establish what would be fair every even year, numbered year. Because this is going to come back around in 2028 again. It happens every 2 years. So I'm comfortable moving this forward as amended with our upgrade to the clerk of committees. And again, it has to come back to the full council, that we can get an assurance from the Corp Council that the action fulfills the current ordinance and what it calls for us to do.
I just think, again, you're saying $1, but do you want to be clear on when that becomes effective?
It would be effective for the current, I guess it's the current budget cycle.
And each year thereafter until another compensation committee?
And each year after, yes. The compensation committee meets every 2 years.
In January of each even number year, so the next one would be 2028.
So it'll be a year and a half.
Yes.
So the amendment is to, as Alderman McNamara stated, for informational purposes, you said, the amendment? Alderman McNamara?
We're acting on the.
So the amendment is to add corporation counsel,
Yeah.
treasurer, and mayor.
Yeah.
And so, rather than amending the amendment, maybe we should take a vote on that and then add that other language we were just talking about it to make it clear. So we would have the First Amendment voted on, and then if you want to add the effective language, we can add that next.
So first, the one that Alderwoman Delarino just
Correct.
her amendment. So
Yep.
the amendment is to include corporation counsel,
Treasurer
treasurer,
and mayor,
and the mayor
to the first bullet, yes.
to the, yes. Any further
And-
discussion on it?
Just on the benefit of it is, it comes back to the full council, and if, something occurs to us, the Corp Council alluded to, that ordinance can be changed for more clarity, which maybe it should be, in terms of the compensation ordinance.
It's true, but that
that's-
won't be
but
done
that's
in
a-
me,
That's another night.
correct.
So as the item as amended, any further discussion? All in favor? I'm sorry.
I don't agree with the amendment. I think that it's okay to leave the mayor with getting the natural raise accordingly to the cost of living. The mayor works more than 40 hours a week, and I think that whoever is in the mayor's seat should automatically get that raise. That's just my opinion on it.
Alderwoman Maldonado.
I support the mayor's raise since he's been working so much, especially trying to fix things. So I support it. And also going back to the 30,000 is gonna be a new job description. So it's gonna be more hours and more work to that person. So I support that too.
Thank you. Alderwoman Delarino.
Again, I just want to remind everybody that the intent by the mayor was not to get a raise, which is, I would think he'd be in full support of the $1.
I agree that that was his intent, but that doesn't mean that we can't make that decision today.
Alderman McNamara? Nothing. Oh, I thought your thing was on. Any further discussion on the amendment? All in favor?
Aye.
All nays?
Nay.
How many nays we got? 1, 2, 3, 4? And the ayes have it. The amendment fails.
So the nays have it.
It was 4 to 2.
So can we just so we're clear on the vote, can we just show of hands of who?
Yeah,
So
just for clarification, show of hands for
Aye.
nay? I mean, no.
Aye? 2? Okay.
Nays? Show of hands?
Okay.
The nays have it. Moving on to the next amendment, right? Corporation Council?
Well, no, so the First Amendment failed, so there's no, oh, well, unless you want to make the effective date.
So. Well, can we make an amendment where it would just be the register of voters and the Corp Council without the mayor? So the mayor would be left out of this.
So the amendment now is to, you want to make that amendment?
Are you making that
Are you
amendment?
making that amendment?
Make the amendment?
I'd like to make an amendment that we just have the register of voters and the Corp Council getting the $1 raise.
The amendment on the floor from Alderwoman Scott is to, that the register of voters and the Corporation Council
Yeah,
are the only ones for the $1,
yes,
not the mayor.
not the mayor.
Any discussion on the amendment? Alderwoman Durant.
We need a second.
A second, I'm sorry, a second? Second by Alderwoman Maldonado.
It boggles my mind why we would show favoritism like that to the mayor. I mean, the Corp Council works many hours too. As you can see, someone's sitting right here, as do the treasurer. Again, what are we saying to our taxpayers that we want the mayor to have a raise in the first few months? I really think we should think hard about this.
Well,
And it's not a matter of saying he's not doing the work or not deserving of it. It's just at this period, we're not even a full year in. Let's think about what we're doing here. We're showing him that favoritism, which really isn't, it's not needed or necessary at this point in time.
Just a,
Alderman McNamara.
yeah, just a point, another point of information is this, the Corp Council pertains to the Corporation Council, Mr. Rivera. This is what this pertains to. I don't believe it pertains to our city attorneys. So that's the job we're talking about here. And you know, in a perfect world, a COO was created a few years ago by referendum that said 150,000, which was the stated salary. So we can quibble. I admire the intent of making sure that the mayor is included in COLAs, but I'm kind of standing by your intent here. And
Thank
again,
you.
it'll come back to the council in September
Correct.
for ratification.
And again, it's not the amount, I think it's the perception that concerns me.
Just as a point of order, again, I just want you to all understand that if you're just saying $1, then that becomes effective on the next term for Corp Council and the Registrar of Voters, and we still have the language of the ordinance for this year. unless you change the effective date.
And what would that effective date be? Would it be immediately?
You could make that decision, you could say November, since that's when the,
Is that when the raises come out?
so according to the ordinance for Corp Council, it's November of each year. The registrar's is January of each year. So you could say January of this year for the registrars, November of this year for the Corp Council, or you could say January of next year for the registrars. You can, whatever the council desires.
I think it makes sense to say for this year, at least for this year.
I just want to say it's not favoritism when we're following the ordinance. I just want to make that clear.
This is Alderman Scott's amendment to the amended from June 10th to exclude the mayor but add the corp council to the $1 raise. That's what we're voting on.
Correct. Just adding Corp Council. Registrar of Voters is already there. She just wants to add Corporation Council.
There it is. On the amendment to add the mayor and the court council for the increase of $1.
Just the mayor, just the Corp Council.
Just the
Sorry.
court council,
It's
right.
just Corp Council, adding Corp Council to the Registrar of Voters.
Right, and then, and no mayor.
Correct.
So
Or
on the-
tri-
on that amendment, all in favor to add them on? All opposed?
No.
How many? Nays? I mean, 8 yays?
Yay.
How many? Raise your hand, please.
Yes.
2 and nays? The nays have it. I mean, the yays have it.
I'm sorry, what was that vote?
The vote was 2 yes and 6, how many? Give it count, 5 no.
So the noes have, the
The
nays
noes
have.
have, the nays have
It
it.
fails.
It fails. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay.
So moving on,
So the motion as originally,
the
original
motion to refer back to the common council rate with a neutral recommendation was the original, can I have, was it really a motion? Motion to refer back to the common council with a neutral recommendation? Was that the, refresh my memory, was that it?
That was it. It was to refer the resolution as amended on June 10th, which that language now stands, back to the full council for final action. I think it had a second as well.
Yes.
It did.
was seconded by Alderwoman Luna. So to refer back to the common council, as stated by Alderman McNamara, all in favor?
Aye.
No? The ayes have it. Can you raise a hand for the ayes? 5 ayes, 6 ayes, 1 no.
Recount, no.
And at this point, I believe that's all the action we have, right? Make a motion for, I'm sorry, the motion to refer back to the neutral recommendation goes through.
motion to adjourn.
See no further action, the motion is referred with a neutral recommendation. Motion to adjourn,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Motion to adjourn. And we're out of here. Time is 7:29.
23,
Man, I gotta put my
that
glasses.
challenge the chair. All right, I gotta go. I gotta meet a couple of people at the arts. Arts commission.
Good evening. Good night.
Aye, senor. Thank you, Mary.